Welcome, everybody. Yeah, wow, that's sort of strange. I'm like behind the blue haze on mine. Yeah, I guess that's a perfect way to start the night off. It is the very first day of Mercury retrograde, and today is officially the fullest full moon. And it is the energy is just absolutely rocking, man. What's up, Dennis? Tom, good to see you. Evie, my girl. Oh man, I so enjoyed getting your news the other day. It was just made me really happy. Carol, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you too. Yeah. So Mercury retrograde, like a lot of people like to blow that off, and like I among them. I'm like, ah man, I'm not letting that affect me. But like it is pretty like over decades of looking at it, it is absolutely a real thing. So just a couple of suggestions that I've kind of like taken on as my own benchmark. I try to like go into holding pattern on anything that I hadn't actually started, like plans that were in the works, but like I still need the first meetings, and it's going to happen sometime in that 3 weeks. I think it's July 23rd is when it goes back direct. Um, I just I just find push that off a little bit. What it's absolutely great for is going back into the vault into stuff that you've like gotten close, you've been working on, finishing stuff is a really, really great thing. Also, organizing your house, getting your house in order. And the other thing that Mercury retrograde is just crazy about is electronics for me. I think everybody's affected a little bit differently, but it affects my electronics like really bad, man. And if I've got something on the edge of breaking down or needing replacing, like, man, that time period, like, cements that. Here, yeah, go ahead. You've been meaning to get on it. Well, now you'll get on it. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Shadow? Good to see you. I'm super stoked. Oh, we didn't do the poem. I've got a good one for you tonight, actually. Yes, angels. They see the form of the air, but mortals breathing it drink the whole summer down into the breast. The lavish pinks, the field newly mown, the ravishing sea smells, the wood fire smoke that whispers rest, the tremor on the rippled pool of memory that from each smell in widening circles goes, the pleasure and the pang. Can angels measure it? An angel has no nose. Yeah, there you go. Oh, so good to see you guys. I look forward to Monday nights and getting the family together, and yeah, very, very great. Sarah, welcome. Yeah. Africa, welcome. So, one of the other things that is, I talk about this a lot, I think to yeah, deaf ears to some degree, but the intensity of the solar activity over the past 8 months or so has just been really crazy. We just keep getting bombarded. We got bombarded with a big coronal mass ejection, an X class coronal mass ejection. It wasn't up to the part where it would start knocking electronics and stuff out, but it was very close. It was just one notch below that. And watching the way all of this electromagnetic energy is affecting the Earth's energy field and the actual way the Earth is like functioning right now, man. It's going, it's feels like it's breathing and stretching, and the crazy amount of earthquake activity. Well, the night that we got hit with the blast from the coronal mass ejection, there was the double earthquake, the 7.2 and the 7.5 in Venezuela. They're still like crazily dealing with that. A 6 something in Japan, fives. There was a 5 just north of San Francisco, and all around, man, just on that ring. It's like really crazy, and everything's waking up. I saw some pictures of Kilauea just burst out again. It's got like a 1,000-foot plume of lava like going up in the air. Earth's really crazy. So anyway, I'm fascinated by all that just from a science standpoint, and there is a really tremendous site. Let me see if I got this set up right. Window. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Wow, I did it right. So this is, let's see, let's get this up big. This is a site called Earthmaster. Let me blow it up a little more too. And the guy that's on here really looks at like all kinds of stuff. He's really well informed about what's going on with the sun, but he's got this great app thing that he's been using, and all of these little circles on here are all the earthquakes that are happening. These red lines are the fault lines, and as it spins around and you see the way it's all connected, and the way an earthquake happens here, and then there's this reaction earthquake down here. He has a pretty decent track record with predicting, okay, the next one's probably going to be this and probably going to be, nobody hits 100% on any of that. Earth is the Earth. But it makes a whole lot of sense. So the name of this site is the Earthmaster, and it's on YouTube, and I would strongly suggest you checking it out. Okay, let's see here. We can get rid of you. We're back to you. I have no idea what is happening with my video. It's like there's this like a blue like filter over the whole thing. Is anyone else seeing that out there by any chance? It's probably just me, and it's probably been my little gift from Mercury retrograde. Thank you. Oh, so crazy. All right. I've got a story I meant to share with you last week. Oh, there's Arnie. What's up? Allison Stone, welcome. Welcome to the party. June, welcome. About the ocean drum. And I so hope some of you guys will pick that thing up and make one of your own, and tell me how it feels to work with it. It's pretty amazing thing. Anyway, as I've told you guys before, I do the a sound bath thing every Sunday morning at a little local restaurant thing here out in their backyard. And it was kind of a small group that day, and I was looking forward to really being able to do some intense work. And we did the chakra thing, went down with the bowl, got everything all like brought up and lit up, and then the wave drum, man, it is so grabby. It just pulls stuff out. Thank you, Glenda. Glenda says we're clear. So, awesome. And I started doing the first girl, and birds started showing up, like 5 or 6 of them, and there were different kinds of birds, but they were not singing. They were like, and it just got crazy. And like I had like 6 people, and like as I went around, more birds kept showing up and just screaming and I got to the very my friend Mary Jo, and I got to the end of her thing, and I do the last thing on there is just 3 whooshes, whoosh, 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 and on the third whoosh, every single bird shut up, like it was silent. We all looked at each other like, what what just happened? That was just the weirdest thing. And I guess they were just picking up on all of that crazy energy I was scraping off and like flying away. And wow, to hear them all, just first of all, it got to be quite a group. And it was like a cacophony. They were just like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and to just like flip a switch and have them go down, very very crazy. Labyrinthian, always good to see you, man. Yes. All right. Let's see. I had occasion to do some work for a client that had shadow people in their house. So we did a really nice cleansing, and I shared with them a number of different things. Uh, but I'm going to share like the simplest, coolest little trick, man, to keep your environment just sparkly, sparkly clean. And it is an African Afro-Cuban favorite. This is just a plain white plate that's been thoroughly cleaned with vinegar. No markings on it, just a clean white plate. A glass that before I put the water in it, it was cleaned with vinegar as well and just really cleared out. And then the water goes in, and then you charge that water with being a magnet for any negative energy of any kind that goes through your environment, and just suck it in and keep it in the water until you're ready to dispose of it, right? um, so what you do, let me move back, is you put the glass, you put the water on top of the glass, and then flip it over, voila. And then the place I like to keep this is hi Ronnie, good to see you, man. um, I like to keep this on top of my refrigerator. First of all, it's just a kitchen thing, you know, glasses and plates are all over the place. Jennifer Rose, the radiant Jennifer Rose. um, and you know, like nobody will take a notice of it, especially with no markings or anything. It's just a generic thing, and it makes it really easy to sit it on top of the fridge. And the reason I like the fridge in the kitchen is because everything ends up in the kitchen sometime during that day. You know, when you have people over, going to get your own food, like who, you know, friends drop in. It's a place where everybody congregates, and that's where a lot of energy winds up congregating too. What's really cool about this is, say you sit it up on top of your refrigerator, and a week goes by, and you start to see little bubbles happening in the water. You know, it's doing its job. It's like, whoo, it's grabbing that. But that's also like some negative energy in this. It's going to stay contained in your glass. It's not going to like come out. It's like part of the water now. So the other thing that's really super important is the disposal of that water. And the way you do that is just go to your, like, take it down off the refrigerator, go out to the front door, and look away from the glass. Do not look at the water. And throw the water out into the ground. And you're all good. Load it back up, put it back on there. Man, it's just like having an astral air filter in your house. Super awesome, super easy. And um, the effect you get from it, like I started doing this probably 30 years ago. And I've got one on top of my fridge now, man. It's such an easy go-to like keep the place clean. All right, don't spill it. Okie dokie. All right, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty now. And the theme for tonight's show is breathing. And, I've learned different breathing techniques over the years, but it was about 4 or 5 years ago, my teacher started throwing some stuff out to me, and I got into it and started seeing the effects of it and started doing some research into it, like biologically, how that affects you. And man, it's just really deep. It's like there are so many different techniques, all of which accomplish something. And, the thing about changing your breath, the reason why people do that, you would initially think, oh, yeah, it's just about changing your mental state. But you're taking in a mixture of nitrogen and oxygen on every breath. And you've got kind of a regular proportion of what that is. And that's how your brain is functioning. So when you go in and we do the box breathing things, we do, the triangle breathing thing, the tumo breathing thing, all of those things generate different proportions of the air you're taking in, the molecules in the air you're taking in. So they not only create different frames of mind, but they make physiological changes that happen as well. And we're going to get into a couple of those things. Like one of the first ones I'm going to tell you about is the 424, which is like I've used that on people in raw panic. Like you can't talk to them. They're not seeing things. They're like somewhere else. And you get their energy together and you start, it's a perfect tool for that. So I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 of my favorites. I would encourage you to just, get a little pen or pad and keep the sequences of these and try them out, man. Give them a roll. I think that you will find huge benefit from all of these. And there's hundreds of others, so. And if you get into it, you really dig it, you're hungry for more, there's my email at the bottom of the window, and I would love to hear from you and start getting in. All right, so we're going to get down to it. First and easiest, like letter A in the alphabet, is just a really good, deep cleansing breath. And the way you want to do that is you want to draw with your solar plexus. And this is really about mentally just focusing on the part of your body that's doing the pulling. It's really super easy, right? So you draw with your solar plexus. You take a really big burst of energy and air in through your nose. I always make that be bright gold energy, like healing source juice. And as you're taking it in, it's just falling down and infusing every part of you, your body, your light body. It's really delicious. And the other thing is, like when you're in the inhale and you get to a point where you think you're full, you want to pack a little more in there. Just make sure there's no more room in there. at all. Okay. And then on the exhale, there's as many ways to do this as there are practitioners, but this is my favorite when you're doing a really super quick cleansing. You've got the nice full. On the exhale, you exhale, but you're exhaling again from your solar plexus and you're giving it some force. And when you get to the end and it feels like, okay, I'm out of breath, you still have a little in there that doesn't really make any sound. It's like, just push it all out, and use your intent and your energy in combo with that. That is just a really super fast way to start rituals or start your practice, just kind of brightening everything up. Really, really good. All right. Now, the next one, we're going to get into some sequence breathing. So this one would be called the 4-2-4. So that's 4, inhale, hold for 2, exhale for 4. And this is the one, like EMTs use this, like people that are in panic, really high level red zone anxiety, right? It's like 4 in, and you're not going to get somebody to count with you, but if you're doing the breathing yourself with them and you bring them along with you, that has been very successful in me and helping somebody kind of like just bring down the intensity a little bit and start to let that like really crazy intensity start to diffuse. So it's like 4 in, and I use the word inhale and exhale in a lot of my box breathing things to count for 2. So on this one, you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, and you don't want to start the exhale until you hear the whole word. Okay, and the same thing with hold. So if you guys are game, let's try like 4 of those. All right. All right. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, last one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's a super good one. The next one I'm going to share with you is kind of in the same vein, but the sequence is different. And this is a sequence that is 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. So it's the 4-4-4 box breathing. You can find this in a lot of places, like the military uses this, teaches this to people going into battle. And the main goodness about this is reducing and getting control of high anxiety, not red line anxiety, but high anxiety. And it's not really concerned with anything except opening the valve on that, and letting that steam out. And like if you think about being shot at in a foxhole, pretty tense situation. And yeah. So let's try a few of those too. All right. Again, this is the 4, and I'm going to count like I just mentioned. I'm going to use the word inhale and exhale, but this one will have a 1-2 count before it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, exhale, and then start counting on, or start exhaling on the down, hold down to the bottom, 1, 2, inhale, and we'll repeat that. All right. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. As far as how long do you do that? If you're using these for yourself, which I highly recommend, they're part of my toolbox that I make use of every day. Um, if you're doing this for yourself and you're first getting started, just like anything else, when you're not used to a pattern, you don't have any muscle memory. So there's part of you thinking about like what the actual pattern, keeping up with that. But it's worth just doing it enough times that like that's not really an issue anymore, and have them in your pocket for when you need them, right? And using this with other people that are really having an anxiety filled moment. Very, very, very successful. I had a lot of success with this. All right, we're going to move on to a variation of this particular sequence, and it is the 4 hold, 8 out, and 4 hold. Now, the thing that's really cool about this is this works with anxiety, the bringing down the anxiety, but it also comes with not just chilling all of that out, but it comes with like a level of clarity that I really like. This is one of my favorite my favorite sequences, and my friend Patty, runs the Tibetan bowl meditation we do every week. It's her favorite too, man. She's like, oh boy. I want to say hi to some friends. Welcome, Esther. I'm really glad to see you, man. Hey, Kay Weezy, I got some info for you, dude. I got a couple questions for you. We'll get to in just a second. Esther, these would be great for you, man. I'm not kidding. This is like the perfect show to tune in for. All right, so the thing that I do differently on the 8 exhale is I combine that with a really deep resonant hum, like down there, like and you the whole point is to get your skull vibrating, right? You can put your fingers over your ears if you really want an intense resonance, but that humming is one of the greatest, easiest, unbelievable things ever. It generates a ton of nitric oxide, and nitric oxide is a vasodilator, so it really helps with blood pressure. It helps with any kind of vascular disease. It helps with stamina and longevity with doing muscular work, erectile dysfunction, pretty much anything that is connected to your bloodstream. It really heart stuff. It really helps a lot. And humming, just the act of humming generates a massive amount of that. In addition to that, it also stimulates your vagus nerve, which runs from up here and down all the way into your gut. And again, that nitric oxide and several other chemicals that get generated really stimulate your vagus nerve and keep that going on, which can help with, again, blood pressure, all kinds of blood stuff, with thinking in a really, okay, here, I've got a few of these written down that I'd really love to share with you. Okay. This is how humming affects the vagus nerve. Vibrational stimulation. The vagus nerve branches heavily into the pharynx and larynx. The physical resonance of a prolonged hum sound mechanically vibrates these nerve endings. This sound sends an immediate signal to the brain stem that the body is safe, triggering the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system. Prolonged exhalation. This is a really great one. You can only hum while exhaling. Humming naturally forces a long, slow exhalation, which is the exact breathing pattern required to slow your heart rate and work on your blood pressure. During extended exhales, the vagus nerves releases acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that acts as a brake pad to lower your heart rate and blood pressure. And last but not least, a big nitric oxide boost. So the humming thing, like I carry that with me all the time. I hum in the grocery store now, and I kind of defy you. I guess you could make yourself do a dirge, like humming it, but like if you're just humming along, you're in a pretty good space, which I love the extra added aspect of that. All right, so we're going to do a couple of these. I'm okay on time. All right, so we're going to do 4 in. We're going to hold for 4, 1, 2, exhale, and then we're going to hum it out on the 8 down. Okay. All right, here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Inhale. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right. These last two are a little more complicated, but for all you physical healers out there, man, these are my go-to to generate heat and to generate cold energy. Wow, Evie just says, I'm a living testimony to these practices. My blood pressure is now consistently lower than I can even remember, talking over 50 years. Evie, that just lifts me out of my seat, man. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. And I'm so happy for you. I could just bust, man. Keep up the good work. Just one step at a time. Keep painting that picture. Doing great, man. I'm like really happy for you. Okay. All right. Now, this first one, this is the first one I learned. It's a beast. And you can generate so much heat to your hands if you do this right, that like you touch somebody and they go, ooh. Super good for that really healing heat. And it's the perfect energy to use when you're mending things, when you're trying to make things grow. And the flip side of that, which we'll get to, is like when you're making something shrink or go away, the super cold, super cold, like absolute zero cold is the energy you want to use for that. And there are 2 separate sequences for that. The first one is in several parts, and this is for the heat. The first one is 4 in, no hold, 8 out, and just repeat that. 4 in, 8 out. 4 in, 8 out. The next one, you bump it up to 6 in, 12 out. 6 in, 12 out. Welcome. Aloha, Vivian. 6 in, 12 out. All right. Then you bump it up. This isn't necessarily something everybody can do on the very first try, but if you do this repeatedly, man, it gets really, really easy. The next one is 8 in, 16 out. And you just have to be really slow and relaxed. The more relaxed you are, and just, it's a no brainer, works every time. And then when you get really sparky and that gets easy, bump it up to 1632. And I guarantee you, by the time you get through several of these sequences, even just the first two, the 4-8, the 6-12, and then when you stack on the 8-16, it gets pretty effective. I think you'll really notice it in a really crazy way. Okay, Weezy, I'll get to you in just a second, man. Okay, so that's the heat. Last one I'm going to share with you is a different configuration, and that is a triangular configuration. No holds in this, and this one is super easy. It's the Tesla sequence. It's 3 in. Oh, I take that back. It is hold. It's 3 in, hold for 6, out for 9. 3 in, hold for 6, out for 9. I totally screwed that up, right? 3 in, hold for 6, out for 9. And with both the heat and the cold, like the more you can visualize like your hands absolutely on fire, they've just got flames on them, like the faster that effect will happen. And just like with everything else, man, the more you practice, the faster you get to the actual goodness, and don't have to spend so much time with preparation. Yeah. Oh, Tom, man. Tom says, I've been practicing and I'm up to the 1632. Dude, amazing. It's a great space, isn't it? Yeah, very, very good, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you latched on. That's awesome. All right. So if there's any questions about what we've been talking about here, please feel free to contact me at Wizard of Oz or at wizard@wizardofoz.com or Brian Large email. Either one of those works, and I'll be happy to strike up a conversation with you on it. It's one of my core group, like, foundation stones, man. That's and I think the more you do it, the more you'll see the truth in that. All right, so Kay Weezy, I had a couple thoughts for you, man. I really wanted to ask you if you've been doing any, if you've ever gotten involved in any sound healing scenario, crystal bowls, drumming, and anything like that, man. Tibetan bowls. I had a really intense blast the other day. I saw your name on one of the other shows, and it just went boom. That it would be really rich, man. A rain stick, the ocean drum, dude. You can make that ocean drum for $20, maybe not even that. And I think expressing your musicality through your energetic exploration would be a really rich path for you should you decide to give it a sample. And that's it. Yeah. All righty. Oh, we're doing all right for time. Let me go back and see if I missed anybody. Okay. I don't understand that answer, K Weezy. Nope, crystal. What does that mean? That you know crystal balls or crystal bowls? Well, yeah. And yeah, I pass that on to you. So there we go. All right, let's create a little sacred space, and we'll do some readings. Like I'd love to know if like any of I hope you guys participated in the breathing scenario, and I'd love to know if you sensed any effect or feeling from that. All right. With the brilliant light of the source, we banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. With the light of the source, we banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. With the brilliant, radiant light of the source, the true light, we banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. We come together tonight in joy and gratitude to create our sacred circle, our place of safety, sanctuary, and light. We ask that our angels, our guides, and allies be with us this evening to share their wisdom, their understanding, and their love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly. Thanks. Infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. All right, if any of you guys are looking for a reading tonight, get me down in the comments and we'll hook you up. In the meantime, we're going to do a little ride down the blank space, man. No, it wouldn't be a show without a ride down the blank space. I think that's the one thing I'd love for you guys to take away. All right. Get nice and relaxed. Man, I'm really jacked up. I'm making the computer jump all over the place. Just shake out, especially your shoulders, your neck, where it connects. Just try to just release. So you're a big, still lump. All right. Here we go. Inhale. Use your solar plexus in through the nose. Bright golden source. And release the chaos, the noise, the static of the world fading into the distance. No thoughts, your mind deeper. Silence. And inhale. Make it count. Really stretch. Let that light infuse your whole being. And release. Sinking deeper and deeper into the bliss of the silence. No future. No past. Silence. Last one, we're going to hold this one for 30. Inhale, make it count, really stretch. In through the nose. And release. Turning off the machine. Winding down. Silence. $15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Just stay in that peaceful state, right in the moment. No past, no future, right now. All right. Okay. They're very loud tonight. We're going to do a little group reading for everyone. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Okay, number 11, the angel of victory. Woohoo. I love reading this one. All right, here we go. And this is for everybody. You are experiencing a cycle of change that will help your bottom line. Shatter the obstructions that keep you from realizing your greatest you. Shed the weight of old habits and old baggage. Dissolve psychological or emotional resistance, and you free yourself, free your talents to blossom and reveal themselves. Move through your old fears of failure. Turn an objective eye to your efforts. Evaluate your mistakes and learn from them, and then perfect your craft. Every time I see this word now, I think of you, Vivian. Patience. This cycle is shaking up and rebuilding your life. Growth comes through earnest effort and hard work. Plan your strategy during this pause. A major decision is here, one that will represent a big improvement in your finances, one you'll welcome joyously. So stop worrying. You experience a nostalgic moment, looking back with satisfaction on something you have achieved. What you have built can grow by itself now, and you can step back and let it thrive. Ah, awesome card. All right. This one's for you, K Weezy. Hey, what's up, Mr. Zen? Good to see you. All right, K Weezy, take 3 really nice deep breaths and shut that brain off. Focus, focus, focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Kate Weezy. Words of wisdom for my friend Kate Weezy. Words of wisdom for my friend Kate Weezy. Okay. Number 33, the angel of subordination to higher order. This is a cool card. Incense smoke. How did it happen? Okay, let's go right up here. Follow the path that has passion and heart. The result will be financial, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, and material gain. Organize the elements of your life, and the results will be success, a result of unifying your wisdom with your love in a creative way. Yeah. Organize the elements of your life, and the results will be success, a result of unifying your wisdom with your love in a creative way. Tangible manifestations are all around. Recognize that you feel incomplete only because you're still seeking the same outmoded goals, looking for inner satisfaction. It's finished. Move on. Seek what you have not yet found, and you will succeed. Get into sound healing, man. Change my life. Seek what you have not found, and you will succeed. Continue the work of your self development. Have trust in your self discipline and patience. You are in harmony with nature around you, and everything will bear its fruit in time. You are not alone now. Distinguish what matters in life, and what goals truly demand your maximum effort. True success is inventing yourself out of the raw material given to you by circumstances and the conditions of your life. The ability to know when others only guess. And I don't know if you have a spiritual practice of your own, but learning to read cards, getting in contact with your clairvoyance, doing some energy work and some telekinetics, there is really nothing more satisfying than letting yourself bloom into all your possibilities. And music is like so huge to you. It'd be a really great way to to connect spiritually and musically, man. My sound baths every Sunday morning, and they're religious experiences for me. They're just like I get to go there. I get to share some healing. I get to like lift people. You see their faces happier at the end of it than when they got there, and it's a beautiful way to spend your effort here. So I just really encourage you. I throw that out, man, just as encouragement to give it a try, see what's around, see what's available, and you kind of have some heavenly blessing behind that should you choose to go and scope that. Well, for me, my art, my music, like my creativity and my abilities are one and the same. They're not two different things. They're just different expressions of the same energy, of using the spark of the source that's the ultimate creator and making something new. And that's a really has been a really rich way for me to live my life. Yes. Kay Weezy says it's talking about my music. They say I'm a medium also. Well, you really are. You know, do some calisthenics, man, and get hold of it, right? Some people it just happens for fully, but I don't really know very many of them. Everyone I know, that's really good and capable, they practiced and learned and gone after it. And that's a rich path too. That's not like work. That's like, oh man, I got to do this. It's glorious path to walk on in every way. Right. Okay. Hello, Fran Pierce. I didn't get to tell you happy birthday the other day, but happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed your cake. Vivian, this one's for you, girlfriend. 3 nice deep breaths. Get nice and focused. Nice and focused. Words of wisdom for my good friend Vivian. Words of wisdom for my good friend Vivian. Words of wisdom for my good friend Vivian. Wow, actually, 2 of them jumped out, Vivian. Number 9 jumped out first. The angel of divine mercy and forgiveness. And number 41, the angel of mission. So I'll read both of these for you. I'm really noticing, like the more we do this, especially as we work together, like they relate to the individual that I'm doing the cards for, but they wind up being, I've looked at some of the old shows and they get this theme like patience the other day and like, like letting go a couple weeks ago and just kind of crazy. They wind up being this collective reading. And I think that's because like when I'm doing the opening invocation, we're like connecting and making our own quantum field connection. I love that beyond words. All right. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Success in all caps. Through skill and material accomplishment, a joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. Okay, so tonight, stop worrying. You're about to savor the sweet fruit of lengthy, hard labor. So stop worrying, all caps, exclamation point. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown on the water of life will come back threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships, achieved with a generous soul and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never runs dry. Isn't that the truth? Know now that it is the infinite fountain. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion for you and inspiration. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co-create, make things happen by using all available means. Your biggest self. The sum of the whole is always greater than the parts. Awesome. All right, I'm going to read number 41 for you now. This is definitely a time of deeper generation. Take a step back and connect in your meditative mind. Be flexible. Be committed to staying in balance, all four elements. Be in equilibrium mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Move through these complex obstacles and resolve them one by one. Regain your footing and you make new plans. You'll have your dreams. Success is yours. But here we go again. You must wait. The change is already on the way. Be prepared and make your plans. Give yourself time. Slowly, this situation is getting way better. No rush, no haste. It is time to heal deeply, mentally, physically, and spiritually. A building do not be concerned with outcomes, for they will unfold as it will. Live by your own code of harmony. A building is only as strong as its foundation. um, you try to hide from the world sometimes rather than show your other side, um, and working with people, flattening your emotional reactions and trying to hide them deep inside. Let your light shine its fullness. All right, girlfriend, that was so you. Hey, Nancy, welcome. So happy to see you. Thanks for sharing time with us, Ronnie. We'll see, we'll see you soon. Please come and share energy anytime. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Anybody else? Let's see. All right, Labyrinthian. This one's for you, girlfriend. Three nice deep breaths. Bring it down. Get nice and focused. You're pretty bright tonight. Words of wisdom from my friend Labyrinthian. Words of wisdom from my friend Labyrinthian. Words of wisdom from my friend Labyrinthian. Number 13, the angel of fidelity, loyalty, and allegiance. I've gotten this one for myself a number of times over the last few days. Kind of interesting that it's popping up now. Ego represents the non trusting, cynical, over analytical part of your brain that hates to make decisions. It's always feeling held back, experiencing hurt or anxiety. Your fear has blinded you, it is creating confusion of your own making. You're fighting too many battles at once, which keeps your vision on minutia and creates indecision, wasting your precious energy. You are unable to think completely clearly now. You need help and good advice. And several of those breathing exercises and the zero space place we go, perfect, perfect things to address this exact thing. Go deep inside yourself. Allow your inner voice to direct you. It always knows. You are not being held back by external forces. It is your own training and your internal beliefs. You blindly accept what you've been taught. Realizing how much you don't know is the first step to the truth. Ah, yes. Without enlightenment, you'll never be able to say, this is the truth. This is the way things really are. Nothing prevents you from leaving. You are held only by your own illusions. You know, that ego thing, that's been a huge part of my practice for the last decades. And, you know, I've really come to recognize my own bullshit and my ego, like the effort it expends trying to maintain my own self-image to myself, man. And the more I can let go of those layers and not take myself you know, my ego takes myself so seriously. Dude, you're important, man. You're like, wow, no. Like when you get to that point where you just laugh at and with and about yourself, and like none of that matters. Like there's no pain in that because there's no ego inflation to experience being offended and mad. And oh, I wish I could have a fraction of the energy I've spent over the course of my life being pissed off. Oh, I could float for another couple centuries. And letting go. That's correct, Labyrinthian. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. All right. All right, Presh. Yeah, for sure. This will be our last one. We're kind of winding it down now. Um, so, yeah, here we go. So, Presh, you know the drill. Just get really, really bring it down to center. You're very welcome. My pleasure, Labyrinthian. Always fun to read for you. Okay, Presh. Nice and focused, please. Words of wisdom for my good friend Presh. Words of wisdom for my good friend Presh. Words of wisdom for my good friend Presh. All right, what do we have here? It's an interesting card. Number 40, the Angel of Elevation and Grandeur. Where are you? Oh, come on. We are constantly evolving, and reality around us is always changing. Staying healthy and whole requires constant change. Be like water and remain flexible, versatile, and adaptable. Some situations will call on all your energy just to keep going, hoping for things to get better. The habitual nature of your routine gives you a false sense of security. It can be a comfortable lie. All great masters were apprentices first. You must be willing to undergo an apprenticeship inside yourself. Yeah. To learn and acquire your mastery. Only then will you be recognized. You do things you have passion for and believe that they are worthy of your time and effort. Take care of yourself and your own needs. Get your finances in order. Do not move in the extremes now. Keep it centered by overextending yourself externally. You know both your medium and your message so well that you work in harmony with their natures. You must care about your work and it must relate to the world. Keep your light, keep your light shining. Yeah. You know, I love working with these guys so much, man. It's just three or four of them are around all the time for me, and it's like having my own little angelic crew. And if you haven't really explored that connection, super way worth it. Yeah. All right. So I hope tonight was helpful, and I hope you guys wrote some of those down, and we'll check them out and give me some feedback on what how they felt, how they worked. I'm glad you liked it, Presh. Yes. They're very kind, man. They always tell you the truth. They don't always tell you exactly what you want to hear at the moment. Like I always want the victory, 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 but sometimes it's like, no, you're out of fucking whack. Uh, and yeah, there you go. You're welcome, Esther. I'm really glad you joined us tonight. Hope to see you next week. Um, Make sure that you stay tuned afterward to catch Jennifer Rose, the radiant Jennifer Rose, and her amazing show, the Love Show. And tonight's going to be it's going to be a pretty deep topic, man. She's going um, some pretty out there places, so make sure you stick around for it and scope that out. Um, yeah. So please hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Yeah. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, feedback's always welcome. Email's always open. All right. Before we close it out, I just want to thank you guys for showing up and sharing space here. I really have been growing a deep affection for you guys, and it was really becoming our own little magical Monday family. And thanks for coming and playing in the sandbox with me. Appreciate it more than you know. Yeah, let me get my thing loaded up here. All right, so until next week, my friends. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their wisdom, their understanding, especially their love of the source. Me too. And with deep, deep gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle. Be in the light.